Hello everyone, welcome to this Takahashi Epsilon 180 ED service bulletin, or should better say collimation bulletin. A subscriber to the channel has asked that I do a full video to fully collimate a Epsilon 180 ED. I know these have a bit of a reputation to be tricky telescopes to collimate. That's actually not my experience, and I've made a comment to that subscriber that this weekend I will do a full video. I also said please have your Takahashi collimation tools available. Now, I realise that's a bit of a maybe misleading comment, especially if someone has bought this telescope potentially second hand, like I did, and hasn't received all of the collimation tools for the telescope. So this is a quick video just to let you know what tools are going to be required to collimate the Takahashi Epsilon 180 ED. So this is what you're going to need, and essentially I had the same exact problem. You're going to need the adapter ring. So when you remove the corrector, this adapter ring will screw on top and take the place of the adapter ring. So this is mandatory for collimation. Hopefully you've got this little blue box with your Takahashi, which contains all the collimation tools that you're going to need to collimate the telescope, other than those tools that I expect you would already have, being an amateur astronomer. So mine is pretty, well, I keep it spotless, and this is the one where I placed wires into this collimator. I have two of these because, as many of you might know, I have a 130 as well as the 180. The 180 was only acquired a few years ago. But essentially this tube with the eyepiece is needed to collimate the Takahashi telescopes. This, along with the standard eyepiece holder you will already have, will screw together to form the collimation tool that you need. Essentially, this is what I'm expecting you to have. Now, the eyepiece, of course, will go exactly where you expect it to go in the eyepiece holder. The eyepiece has a little reflector inside to help give more concentric rings to collimate with. As you can also see here on this one, I have placed some wires in a cross. The tube is actually notched to accept or make a crosshair in the collimation tools. You can actually use hair, or horsehair is ideal, or a longer hair of your partner or wife can be sellotaped in here to make this crosshair. This is what you're going to need to be able to collimate the Takahashi Epsilon 180 ED. Now, depending how far out of collimation your Takahashi telescope is and how far we're going to need to take this back, there is what is called a special tool required. And I say special with a little bit of a smile on my face, because here is your special tool. Essentially, this, if you want to take your telescope back to, let's call it first principles, to the very basic beginning of the collimation itself, what I suggest you do is to make yourself this hardboard disc. This hardboard disc is the size of the primary cell at the back once you remove it. I don't have the exact measurement on here. The little tape is shimming to make this a nice snug fit inside the tube when you place it in there. And as you can see, there is a central hole made in this tube. In fact, when you want to make this, the simplest way is to drill the hole first on a square sheet of hardboard, and then use a router to go round and cut precisely the size of the disc you want. You can make it just a little millimetre short, and as you can see, what I've done here is place some duct tape just to shim it, to make it a little bit more perfect when it fits inside the tube itself when you remove the primary mirror. This is the only special tool that you would need to make that wouldn't come supplied with the telescope. This is the part number of the tool, just in case you need to order it.